And welcome back, our viewers. The month of Ramadan represents a unique period within work environments as our daily life patterns change and the professional rhythm is affected by balance between work demand and commitments of the holy month of Ramadan. This period raises important question about time management, maintaining productivity, and the role of leadership in achieving balance between human considerations and organizational performance. In this discussion, we shed the light on organizations' respond to change in the daily routine during Ramadan and the importance of flexible planning and administrative discipline and the role of leaders in supporting their teams both psychologically and operationally in a way that ensures continuity of performance without compromising employees' well or being organizational goals. Of course, welcome with us our viewers, Dr. Joelle Daniel, Doctor in Business Administration and Strategic Management, founder and CEO of the Management House for Project and Business Management. So, Doctor, thank you for being with us and good morning to you.
Good morning, Abdul Latif. Thank you for receiving me, and I'm really so happy today to be a part of this show.
Yes.
And I hope whatever we'll discuss today will actually be beneficial for whoever is watching.
Thank you so much. So, Doctor, if I wanted to ask you about the first question that we will go in, and since, mashallah, you have this remarkable experience and also you are a whole CEO of a whole organization, can you tell us how does the month of Ramadan affect the time management and productivity within the organizations?
Yes, first of all, we need to highlight the concept of time management itself that holds a lot of confusion. If I ask you myself, can you now take us 1 hour further
No.
with the time? You can. So we actually cannot manage time. The thing is how to manage ourselves within the time.
Okay.
How to manage ourselves in parallel with time. So this is the first thing that everyone must understand before thinking about time management. So if you ask me how we can manage our time during Ramadan or during any time actually, it's about how I'm planning my day, how I'm dealing with my productivity rhythm, with what we call performance management within the time. So yes, we can do something about it, but we need to understand the concept first.
Yes.
Okay, so
I believe it's really great because whenever we think about it, that I cannot actually move the time. I mean, I can plan it, but anything can happen without my will. So we need to go parallel with time. So can you give us like, how can we do that?
first of all, of course, there is a big role and responsibility on the leader's shoulders.
Okay.
So it all starts with planning. How are we planning our work for this month? Like it should go actually for every and each month. However, we have some exception during Ramadan, which is the timing itself, the individual and personal routine that everyone will have with fasting, with sleeping patterns, eating and not eating and all of that. So the first thing to do is on the leader's shoulder is to plan ahead. The shortage that we might see during the Ramadan is not actually because of the month or the holy month itself, but because it's a reflection of poor planning. So the first thing to do is to plan accordingly. Like, are we actually keeping all the load the same way during the whole month? Or we're trying to arrange what is more important, what is more critical? So the first thing to do is to prioritize.
I see what's really most important for me.
Exactly.
Okay.
And here we have a very nice technique we call Eisenhower matrix, which helps actually everyone how to prioritize their work, what is so important, what is so urgent, what we can do now, what we should do now, and what we can do later or postpone or maybe handle it to someone. So the first thing to do in Ramadan, or even before Ramadan starts actually, is to plan ahead accordingly, taking into consideration the energy of people. This is where we start talking about performance management. If my energy, and which will be common in Ramadan, we will have more energy during the first part of the day. So here we can
be productive, maybe?
Be productive,
yes,
and finish whatever is critical only, and plan the other stuff for later and with a slower pace. Like the leaders cannot actually ask the employee to have the same pace during Ramadan while they know that they don't actually have the same energy.
Actually, yes.
So this is the first secret for it. Plan ahead. It's always about proper planning. Prioritize what is more critical to be done today and what can be postponed till later. Avoid hard decision making. Avoid complex negotiations.
During fasting time? Because night time, I believe it will be okay.
Now this is another thing to talk. This is another thing to talk about.
And everything we're talking about, it's during the work environment.
The work environment.
The work environment. Ah, okay.
Now,
that makes it different, actually.
Yes,
yeah.
During the work environment or the working hours, because some works, I believe, they might have different shifts, morning or evening. It depends on the company.
Yes,
or
especially in Kuwait, we have night shifts, governmental and private sector.
Yes.
Yes.
Now there's a responsibility for both. The leader, who should be planning and orienting their teams properly and accordingly to the energy level and the pace of everyone. And there is some responsibility on the employee himself. Like,
yeah, of course.
We all know that fasting actually must help us be more disciplined. It must help us increase our emotional intelligence, to have more control over our emotions, of our anger, patience, all of that. So here, there's another responsibility on the shoulder of the employee. Are you actually becoming more disciplined, or you're just taking advantage of your fasting to let your responsibilities on the side?
Yes, because I'm fasting, so yeah, please continue.
Okay, so the employee himself must know also that these are my energetic hours, for example. This is where I still feel a bit more energetic, so let me finish whatever is critical for me, for my work. And then I will try to finish whatever is left. During the evening hours, like, are they also, or I should ask myself, every employee must ask himself, am I actually taking advantage of this pace so I can waste more time, like sleep less, spending more time on social media, which will reduce my level of focus as well, scrolling all the time on the social media apps. So, and then I will come and say, I can't focus.
I'm really tired.
Yes, this is the responsibility of each person. Like, take advantage of this holy month to work on your discipline or your to increase your emotional intelligence, to give the work whatever should be given. So it will actually align with the spirit of Ramadan.
Exactly. So what practical measures can organizations take to maintain administrative discipline during Ramadan?
As I said, it always starts with planning. And there's one important thing, which is the core of leadership, actually, because we have two parties here, the employee and their leaders or their managers.
Okay, managers. So this plan should be between both, and should be also, I believe most of that it's on the employees, especially during the month of Ramadan. I mean, and during the month of Ramadan, like for example, every morning in this holy month, and this morning also, I believe an employee should be more productive, especially, you know, when you're fasting, like because with fasting, productivity goes increasing. So how can we take advantage of that, you know, and make it, you know, more productive with the employees?
Exactly. Now, there's one thing, every person might actually react to fasting differently, okay? Yeah. But there's something common, as you said. Whenever I'm fasting, there's a blessing in that. My energy actually will goes up. So yes, I should focus my work, my critical work, as I said, during my energetic hours. So even let's say so. Let's bring it to the table. Who of us can work actually 8 hours fully productive during his day, even without Ramadan? Nobody does.
Nobody actually.
There are some hours during the morning where everyone can focus.
Yes.
With fasting or without fasting. So
and then there are hours no, we cannot actually.
exactly.
Yes.
So and this is when we talk about performance management. Know your energy. If you're more energetic in the morning, and this is your responsibility as an employee, if you're more energetic during the morning, just finish whatever is critical. Now, the role of the managers is to guide those employees, to help them focus on what is actually critical instead of asking for unnecessary tasks. Instead of making everything sounds urgent, and I hear this everywhere I go, like we cannot say no. Yes, we cannot say no to our manager because he says this is urgent all the time. There's nothing urgent all the time. Let's be real to ourselves.
Yes, that's actually true.
Okay, so this is the role of the leaders toward the employees or the managers toward the employee. Like, don't make everything sound urgent. Whatever is critical, plan it. And
Please,
and there's something critical that helps us every day. On each and every morning, ask yourself, what is critical today? This will help us replan what we planned already.
Exactly. And see what's really, where is the core, or like where is the peak of their productivity for the employees, and then try to use that for what's most critical. This is what I understand from your explaining.
Yes.
And it's actually great, by the way.
Yes.
So,
they can also, for example, avoid unnecessary meetings. Like a meeting of 2 hours that can be solved like in 5 minutes over the phone or in a short email. Like, why do you need 2 hours meeting and make everyone feel more thirsty than they are?
Talk about company wasting time.
Yes, and believe me, this is not only in Ramadan. It always applies.
It's always, but in Ramadan it comes to its peak.
Exactly. If in Ramadan, you should abide by these rules because you will lose even more. Because some people might take advantage of the whole situation. Some people will actually feel really tired of this. So whatever applies to this daily life at the work must now for sure apply during Ramadan.
Yes, unfortunately, a lot of managers are doing these things, which is urgent email or like urgent meeting, and at the end there is only something little important, not even that necessary, that will waste a lot of time and a lot of energy while they're at their focus. Try to use and what's most critical. So what is the role of a leadership in reorganizing the working hours and the workflows without compromising organizational goals?
One of the characteristics of a leader is having empathy.
Okay.
So during Ramadan, for me, like every other month, but during Ramadan, they should maintain maybe a bit more of empathy, but with staying firm all the time. Like being empathetic with people, it doesn't mean that I will just be loose with the work. Feel with people, understand their situation, but make sure that the work is done. However, what they can do here is going with like result-based performance. Like, I don't want you to come and spend 5 or 6 hours at the office, but I want you to finish 1, 2, 3 of those tasks.
If you finish them, maybe you can go.
Yes. So this way, they will be focusing on what's really important and critical. At the same time, they are maintaining like the human side of the environment that should be there.
That's actually remarkable. I mean, that's in every level, to the employees and even to the employer, it will be great for them, because it requires emotional connection between the two parties, and also requires the connection for the emotional support, and the goal and the results plan based. It will be also helping them for the employer to ensure, or the leaders or the their bosses, to ensure that their goals are in line and they're done. That's actually great. So how should leaders deal with change in employees' sleep patterns and energy levels during the fasting of month Ramadan?
Well, I believe the sleeping patterns are 100% the responsibility of the person himself. Like,
No, it's for everyone. I'm sorry about that, but I mean, for now it's like been 3 weeks for me. I couldn't sleep yet. Like you
yes,
sleep
so
2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, and then that's it.
yeah, sleeping patterns are actually, unfortunately, are being affected يعني, by a lot of factors.
Exactly.
One of them is using the phone before sleeping, like having caffeine in the evening, overthinking all the time, us not being able to manage our performance properly. Like there are a lot of factors. However, again, it's a responsibility of every individual. Yet for the leaders, there are few things that they should do. There's no way not to do this. Proper planning, accordingly with the situation.
Okay.
Do not load your schedule and your plan with too many stuff that are not necessary. Focus on the critical things and the most important things that you cannot finish your day without it, and make sure they do it in the morning. Follow a result-based performance where they should finish some tasks instead of just spending some time. And maybe for some work environments where it's flexible for them, maybe the employee can finish his work like during the evening outside the office.
Maybe, yes.
So he will come next day with his tasks already finished. Okay? And then have enough empathy, proper communication. You know that during fasting, the person becomes more emotional.
Exactly.
He might become angry quicker than the usual. He might cry. So whenever these are clear and well set, everyone will be able to manage better.
And unfortunately, we reached out of time, Dr. Joelle. So thank you so much for being with us in this lovely morning in this holy month of Ramadan. And thank you for everything.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for receiving me.
And with that, our viewers, all the thanks to our Dr. Joelle Danielle, Doctor in our Business Administration Strategic Management, founder and CEO of the Management House for Project and Business Management. With that, our viewers, we'll go for a break. Then we'll be back. Stay tuned for us.